guys? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. And today, it's Wednesday, 15th. Happy middle of May. We are right at 50% done planting, and the forecast does not look great. Again, 10-day forecast, 2 to 3 inches of rain. Rain every other day. This is turning into a spring of misery. So, I'm not sure exactly what to do, but all I know is we gotta go. We're pushing a little bit on the tillage. We are behind on tillage. The planter is all the way caught up. So we're working ground right now. Nathan's in the cat Challenger. I'm hoping he can work for most of the day, and then hopefully he can switch over to plant beans tonight. We only have a little less than 100 acres of soybeans to do. Actually around 100 acres. So I'm hoping he can knock those out by tomorrow and switch over to corn. There's a chance for rain tomorrow afternoon, evening, but who knows if it's gonna come or not, TBD. Pat is out spraying. He's going to spray most of the day today. Why he's spraying instead of me, I don't know. But that leaves me to do some exploring with some new equipment. Hopefully this field can get worked. We shall see, guys. Let's get to the farm. Let's get going. There's Patrick out spraying. It's kind of weird seeing my sprayer running and I'm not in it, but I don't know. It's kind of neat. So Patrick's out burning that down. We actually have that field planted. I didn't realize it was planted, so he's out spraying it. And Curtis is just getting back with the chopper truck. Getting this guy out. What's that? Yep. Sweet. Let's go fill up with some juices. Patrick's all done. Got one load sprayed off. I think he's got do another partial load there, and then he's gonna head south to the south farm. Pat's pulling in. So we are gonna be hooking onto this Salford I-4200. It's an independent vertical tillage machine, and you guys are gonna see this sucker run. Ran it last fall, didn't get to run it in the day, so we're gonna see this thing work. Jason from Salford is here. He's gonna help us show off that I-4200. Nathan is out working ground down south at Long's. Curtis is going to be treating cows today. We're gonna be AIing them. I'll talk about that a little bit later. I'm gonna be running that thing and running around and doing whatever, moving Pat's cam around, and Pat's gonna be spraying. So we're gonna have a busy day, but it's go time. We gotta go. Because again, like I mentioned, we got rain tomorrow and rain Sunday. Fun, fun, fun. Just had some lunch. Fantastic. From Grandma, chicken, mashed potatoes, corn, and cake. Amazing. So I'm gonna get Pat going on spraying, and I think we're gonna get going on the Salford. Let's get ready to rip. I just added you. So we have our Salford 4200 I-4200. We're gonna fold her up and give her a shot, give her a whirl. And here comes a nice John Deere tractor coming up. So we just saw a John Deere tractor go by, and we got the Salford 4200 I-4200. I stands for independent because it's not disc gangs. They're independently mounted. And we're gonna head over to our field that we actually used this exact tool in the spring or last fall. Let's go over and give her a shot. Okay, so we have our Case IH 340 Magnum attached to this 20-foot I-4200 Salford. And I have Jason here with Salford. Jason, thank you for coming. So what do we got here? Explain a little bit more if you don't mind.
What we have is a Salford I Series 4200. It's a 20-foot unit. On the front end of our 4200, we have rear low concavity concave blades. They're on an 8-degree angle, but they're also compounded up 8 degrees. So we're 8 degrees this way, but then we're rolled up 8 degrees. And what that does is change the release point on the blade. Instead of that disc blade dragging across the soil and rolling dirt over, it's going to cut in, grab, and throw dirt up for the rest of the machine to work with. In that case, we leave about a 1-inch smear layer underneath that blade itself. But then when we come back to our coulters, we're running those an inch deeper, so we're fracturing that smear right back out. So we call this a hybrid vertical tillage tool, but in all honesty, you could call it a true vertical tillage tool compared to some of the other competition on the market. There's a concave blade every 15 inches between the first 2 rows, and then there's 2 coulters in between each concave blade, which gives us an effective spacing of 5 inches throughout the machine. On the back end of the machine, we run a 3-bar drag harrow, coil-tine harrow with a rolling basket. The way we design our harrows, there's a slight tilt back. That way, as the material flows through the harrow, it's easier to get through the first 2 rows. The back row does a little more work, but it's also got the rolling basket to pull the material through. Sometimes with vertical tillage, we're not dealing with as much dirt if we're on the ground. And that enables us to give a nice, even residue pattern behind this machine, but then yet finish with the rolling basket. This one is equipped with hydraulic rolling basket, so some years in the fall when it gets real wet, or in the spring like this spring, if we got wet holes we want to get through, we can pick that basket up and not plug it up.
Yep, makes sense.
It's a 14-inch open center basket. It's mounted in rubber, solid rubber cores.
Yep.
That takes the vibration out of it so we don't crack our arms.
You don't see that on anything, and I really like that, because these things are, you're flying through the field with this tool, and having that cushion, extra layer of cushion is...
Yeah, as we put more and more horsepower in front of these things, they get pulled faster and faster. Yeah. Hydraulic 4.5s on every machine that we build, we put an accumulator on it. The reason we do that, not everyone has perfectly flat ground. So as you're going in and out of dips and things like that, it takes the shock out of the machine. So, you know, once in a while you can get an island break or something without that. Overall, it's just taking putting less stress on the machine. So,
makes sense.
There's a single point depth stop, which brand this last fall you're aware of.
Yep.
1 revolution is 1/4 inch.
Hey, it's a pretty stout unit, as you guys can see. They even weighted it up. Got a couple, like, not suitcase weights, but frame weights all through here. And it's gonna be a test for this 340. So it should be good in the flats. But I'm curious when we pull, get in a little bit of these hills, we'll see how she does. But we actually did run this unit on this exact same field last fall. So I guess, Jason, what's this fancy probe you got here?
We brought a probe along. That way we can probe the soil after we make our second pass. We can probe it before. I know you run a competitive unit right next to it, so we can check the differences between the ground behind the Salford versus the current unit that you're using.
Yeah.
One other thing to mention of highlight on a Salford tool, everything's independently mounted. There's no gangs at all, no arbor bolts. These coil tacks will sit and vibrate as you run through the field, which actually is putting fracture below the coulter as well as laterally. It's going vertically. Usually it runs about double the depth you're running of the coulter. So if you're running, you know, 4 inches in the fall, you should be getting 8 inches in vertical fracture as well, which is going to take your surface compaction.
Makes sense. It does quite a bit for a vertical tillage tool, that's for sure. So we're looking forward to try it. Let's go sling some dirt. Doing a couple of test passes to set it up, and then we'll be ready to hit the road.
These wings are a lot deeper than...
I was gonna say, so how you level them out? Just digging, just kind of seeing?
Yeah, so I'm digging down to kind of see what depth they're, you know, we're running about 3/4 of an inch deeper on the swing than we are in the main frame. So we'll probably bring that wing up.
So while he's working on the machine, I'm playing around. So this is a compaction meter. Basically what I can do is I can show the difference between our Salford and our Kuhn that we ran across. Or not our Salford, but the Salford we're demoing. So like right here is a Kuhn product. Wow. Well, there's zero compaction layer here. We chisel this piece about every other year, if not more than that. So we're really busting up that compaction with that chisel piece. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 12 inches down at this spot is where the compaction zone is. But right here is where we used the Salford instead of the Kuhn. You can actually tell there's a difference right here. Right here's the first pass. So be kind of cool to see as Jason probes along what we find. Well, the case guidance has been pretty spotty lately.
You got no off system.
Especially this weekend was not good. We're making some passes. GPS is acting very, very dumb. Just veering all over the place, so that's cool. See how it's looking. So right here, right there is where we basically ran a piece of the pass of the Salford last year. They're up. Sulfur, here down, Hartung. I think Jason's bringing up, so because we will have kind of a good side-by-side, we did half this field with Salford, half this field with the Hartung. We'll have a very good side-by-side when we go to plant this thing, because we have delta force, which basically shows how much pressure each unit is having to put on. So you'll basically be able to see how much compaction will be between the two units, because basically we did side-by-side in the fall, and then all this is going to be done with the Salford, so it should be a pretty good comparison. And let's see.
What I did is I dug out where our coulters had run. And then when you take your fingers, you can just pull through without much effort. You can see there's structure in the ground, but it's all fractured. So if my finger can pull right through that structure in the ground, your disc opener is going to slice through it like hot knife and butter.
Oh yeah.
But the more important thing is that's a 3.5 inch deep pass. When I go to walk on it,
you're sinking down.
I'm a 300-pound guy. I don't even sink a 1/4 inch.
Yep.
Structure's in the ground.
Yep. Makes sense. I even saw a little earthworm in there. I didn't think that they were earthworms when there was an hydrous. That's kind of a running joke. But, no, it looks great, Jason. I'd say we're
I think we're set and ready to roll. Made our second pass. We'll go ahead and
so that's
just a Dickie John compaction tester. There's 2 gauges. I'm gonna go down till I get up over 200, which on this side right there.
Keep going, keep going. 18.
So yep, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
So 18 inches. Now not every spot is going to be like that. Normally you have about 9 inches behind the Salford machine from the fall, like right there.
Around 15.
Well,
a little more.
15 inches there. So I mean, we probably don't need to put it in over here, but it's going to be the same, more than likely a little better the second pass. But
keep going, keep going.
Right there.
All the way down.
So we got that far down. So essentially when we have those coil tacks in the back of that machine, it sits there and vibrates and puts a vertical fracture as well as a lateral fracture between your coulters, which is why that Salford machine at the independent mount and the coil tacks is such an impressive tool for taking compaction out of the ground.
Yeah, and that's, like I said, this has only been vertical tilled this year, so it's pretty impressive. Well, Jason, appreciate you coming out, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much for giving us a whirl.
We'll give this thing a whirl. We'll give this thing a whirl, and I think, like you said, the planter map will be a very interesting to look at with the delta force. Oh, thank God! Thought he'd never leave. Yeah. Amen, millennial farmer joke. Okay, let's hit it. They're moving, and this thing's doing a pretty dang good job. It's a little on the wet side, but honestly not too bad. And it's not clodding or anything too bad right now, so doing pretty good. Let's go ahead and see what the boss man Curtis thinks. Might have him hop in it and run it, because I need to head down with the spray trailer. Leaves it super nice and level. Little cloddy, but I think we're just working a little on the wet side. But even the clods, they're not bad. They'll bust right apart after they dry up. Let's go watch this thing drive by, get all full of dust, because it's gonna be the wrong way. And I need to head south. Making the dust fly. There goes our Salford 4200i, and as you can see, it's kicking up dust. Everything's looking pretty good here. We're liking the job it's doing. Hi, cows. It's at the road. Fill them. I got about 1,200 gallons on me. We're gonna head south. Neighbors out chopping their first crop hay. There it is back there. And right there they're merging. It's basically putting 3 swaths or 6 swaths into one. So we're also going to have that VT work a little bit of ground down here. See all those weeds up on top of that hill? Yeah, we're going to work that. Cool little sprayer there. That's a sweet planter. really see it, but sheriff going cherries and berries up there. A guy warned me of him. And he's not going to speed, and I'm pulling that thing, so. Still, some guy either got caught or he's off to a call. Yeah, he's definitely going off to a call. Holy crap, he's 2 miles away. He was hauling the mail. Beans are looking real good down here, and Sir Patrick is waiting for me. Rolling. Spraying. Killing weeds. So Pat, for some reason, wanted to go like this. Don't know why. He just did. See all this green? Grass is right there. And some volunteer corn in through there as well. Basically, we had with the drought that we had, the ground here is pretty poor in spots. It's got some sand, so we ended up zeroing out some corn around here. Where it did, it grew a little bit of corn, but not much, and it basically just fell through the corn head and ended up as volunteer corn. It's going to grow like that. So we might have to somehow figure out how to come in here and kill it, because volunteer corn's not good. Basically robs nutrients and space from the corn we want to grow. Ooh-wee. Just made it. I did not have much to spare at all. 156 acres of corn. I got another 4-acre patch to do, and then it'll be 160 acres of corn down here and 42-ish acres of soybeans. Let's get out of here. Let's go load up again and then get out of here. Hope you guys are all dead by the time I come back. I mean that in the sincerest way. I'll try and go back all the way back with my booms in, or unfolded. Oof, close. We're filled up. Pat's filled up. I'm gonna take this trailer to Long's, park it there. Pat's gonna spray his way north to the road. Pat is also, he's got a 3-acre piece to spray, another 5-acre piece, and then he'll be up at my farm, or Long's, I should say. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You can't park there. You can't park there. Vineyards. Local wineries, vineyards. They keep expanding it, that's for sure, so business must be good. So this field here on the left is planted, but the field on the far end of the pasture is not. So Nathan actually just worked that this afternoon, and we're gonna try and plant it here shortly. Are you nice? You nice puppers? Nope. There we are. Let's go check the fuel in this thing. We get the fuel trailer up here, and I'll take that thing home. Pretty sweet cross. 20 feet tall. Why? I don't know. They used to live here. The guy's mom had like a church or something out here. I mean, a really pretty area, but I'm honestly not sure. Oh yeah, I think this ground will plant. Yep, we're gonna send it. Well, can't fuel up Pat's tractor because no fuel. So let's head back in Nathan's sweet truck. My neighbor usually hires the local provider to plant his soybeans. And it looks like they're planted, but they have a versatile four-wheel drive tractor on there. Since when do they have that? Yeah, I think there's Eberhardt. Magnum's down? They usually get a Magnum they put on there. Want their Magnums down or what? Neighbors getting their hay done. So they need a couple more wagons. Gotta back up a smidgen more. That'll work. I'll unhook it. Set this on the tender. That 93 looking sharp. Starting to roll this corn below the road. Nice. Yeah, this field finished pretty good. That Salford did a nice job. Ah, a little behind it. There we go. Should be close. Back up a smidge. I hate trucks without backup cameras, and Nathan pushed it a little much last time he was running. A little wet. Maybe plant her out, and then we can get some seed. Oh man! We put this one on, and I'm gonna head up to Long's. Head back there, I should say. So much easier with the forklift. Let's get out of here. Gotta take some seeds southbound. Let's go. They're rolling now. 2 boxes and another one. There's one up there. Man, they probably got 5 boxes running. There's 2 in the field, 1 right here, 1 over there, heading back to the farm, and then there's gotta be 1 more in between there. Look at this guy. I am jealous of him. You go, buddy. Wish I could run. Kind of need to have 2 knees for that. Just got up here. I'll unfold this thing and walk over and start up the tractor. Pat should be over there spraying. We'll get this thing filled up and get going. There's Pat. Outlining waterways. He'll be making his way towards me here shortly. There we go. Okay, I got the planter unfolded. Everything unhooked or unfolded up there. Pull this thing ahead, back up and throw some seed in it. So there's a little bit more seed in here than over here. I'm gonna grab a half a bucket or so and dump it into here, and then once Pat gets here, back the planter up, fill up. Go and back her up. Hopper's full-ish. That'll work. What was that? There goes Patrick. He's getting ready to roll. I'm gonna go jump in the sprayer and finish spraying. I got basically 25-ish acres left to do corn mix, then I'll rinse out and go do 20-ish acres of pasture. Get that sprayed out. Well, here's my steed. Let's go ahead and get this 28 acres finished up, and I got this pasture to spray and that pasture to spray. Let's get her done. Spraying. Oh, I love individual nozzle control. I can just go right through these waterways at a slow pace, and it'll all shut off and turn back on automatically. Pretty sweet, bro. Just about done. And I got 3 acres left. And I'll switch over to pasture mix. Patrick's off and running. Let's go. Neighbors out planting. So here I'm pulling water into my tank, rinsing it. So that's what this valve is, pulls water. This valve recirculates into the rinse. I'm just basically rinsing out, because like I said, I'm gonna go spray pasture now. Patrick's out of planting. This is what I'm gonna go kill. Let's get her done. Spraying pasture mix, trying to get rid of some of these thistles. A lot of thistles in through here, so this should kill those things and leave the grass, hopefully. This is the stuff I want to get rid of right here. This yellow mustard weed. There's Canadian thistle in through here. Spraying her away. Those deer right there are probably wondering, what the heck is that? I'd be wondering that too. Just spraying pastures. I have my boom way up because I'm not going to kill anything that I don't want to be killing. So, like I said, I'm literally in a pasture, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm more worried about hitting things and dropping my sprayer into a rut or rolling it, because if I would go down there, I would roll it, no doubt. Just rinsing out the tank. I'll show you what I'm doing. Pulling water from my freshwater rinse tank, just about out, and rinsing everything. Good enough. I'm gonna leave the sprayer here. It does rain tonight. It is what it is. Leave the sprayer here, air out the tank. That stuff I sprayed was pretty nasty. Let that sucker air out. I'm actually gonna unhook the trailer and leave the trailer here too, and head home. Good enough. Let's head out. There's Pat making his outside round. Well, not outside round, but he's going around the horseshoe. Getting seed in the ground, that's good. That Versatile is still rolling. Nice. I think there goes the chopper. That was down here, neighbors. So right now, we have Pat rolling on corn, and I believe that's it. We have 100 acres worked in front of him, 150 acres worked in front of him, so we'll be able to get him going, and he should be able to go tomorrow morning pretty early. Yeah, it looks like Nathan parked the cat here, so he's gonna work this next. Hopefully we can get all this done tomorrow. The chances of rain are still there, but they're kind of, yeah, so hopefully we get missed. Cross the fingers, but there's the kitty cat. We'll be ready for work tomorrow. Baby Gibbs. Oh, that was cute. Just jumped. Time for me to go up and get some grandma hamburgers. Getting a little later for her, so made her stay up a little later than I wanted to. But I was caught spraying down south, so at least I'm back now before 9. We'll get a bite to eat and head home for the night. Chance of rain tomorrow through 5 o'clock. If we get past 5 o'clock with no rain, we're gonna be golden through the weekend. So you better believe it, we're gonna be going hard and long, because we're still about 50% of our corn acres left, and we need to get those in the ground. We need to make a big dent into that. Bye-bye. We'll just spied on Pat. He's 2/3 done with that field already, so he'll be quitting here probably in the next hour and change. Probably by 10 o'clock he'll be done and driving home. And we'll just have to see what the rain brings for tomorrow. See if we'll be back up and keep moving. Should hopefully be able to get longs done for sure though, before that rain hits. Well, anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that Salford. I know we enjoyed running it for the little bit that we had it. We're going to run it again tomorrow, and then I believe it's going to get picked up and demo to the next guy. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Salford, for letting us try out that piece of equipment. As always, take care, take it easy, stay safe, and ta-da for now.